1, 2. Check 1, 2. Yeah, I was walking out there. It was like a fucking blizzard out there. I had to walk to the gas station because I didn't want to drive. And I bundled up. I put my winter boots on. And I was like, it's no big deal. It's right down the road. And it was like, damn, it was bad.
Yeah, I smoked a couple times before I had to shovel.
Every time you shovel, you have to take a selfie of it to prove that you did it. Yeah, every time you do a task. Welcome back to, well, you haven't been on yet. Welcome to the Saucecast. We have, what do you want your name to be? A-ARON?
Sure.
We have A-ARON on the podcast tonight. How you say hello to everybody, A-ARON?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
We used to work together, printing T-shirts, and we, it's been a long time coming since we've actually gotten something on wax here. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, we did record something one time, but it wasn't like quality to put out. It was like maybe I will put it out at the end. But the quality isn't the best, but I thought it was a good conversation we had.
Yeah, for sure. We did have a good conversation, I felt like, too.
Yeah. So I'll put that at the end. And that was just a casual, So anyways, yeah, we met at a screen printing place, and we just started talking about, we're both fans of comedy and movies, and, we would just shoot the shit, because when you're working factory work, it's boring as shit. So you just,
hell yeah,
you sit there and you shoot the shit. And
but you tried to avoid looking at the clock. You can't, because it's on all four walls. And
yeah,
you look at them every single time, and yeah. You make it, if you don't make it somewhat entertaining for yourself.
Yeah, when you have good conversations with people, it makes the time go by so much faster.
For sure.
But, anyways, so what do you think about this whole Chinese air balloon thing going on?
Well, I mean, initially, man, when I heard about it, like I just heard about it on YouTube, and I just heard about it on the infographic show, and or not, I don't know if that's exactly what the channel's called, but it's something like that. And I was like they should just shoot it down. But then I was like, well, what if it has something in it that could be like deadly to like humans or something that's near, like even under it, even though it was very high up in the atmosphere,
Right. You never know.
I thought for sure that's why they were reluctant, or why they didn't shoot it down to begin with, because they didn't know what was in it, if it was like another disease or something, or.
Ooh, I never thought about that. Yeah, because it could have been anything. It could have been microparticles. It could have been
a nuke. You never freaking know, man.
Right. With technology nowadays, it's like you never know. Now that makes sense. I was like, at first I was like, why are they worried about a fucking air balloon? Like, but now that you think about it, like, yeah, that could be filled with like who knows what.
I think that's why they waited to shoot it down over the ocean, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know exactly where. Let's see. I don't think they did shoot it down. Well,
I know there were multiple. I believe there were like multiple that they spotted in like the U.S.'s atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, so they only made a big deal about one of them, but there were actually multiple, probably.
Yeah, but in reality, they have them like around a ton of countries, it appears.
Oh, yeah, it was shot down on the South Carolina coast.
Okay, that's right.
So, that probably did end up in the Atlantic.
For sure. Yeah, and I heard it's like the size of 3 buses and stuff like that. I'm like, holy crap, it's like huge,
Yeah.
And it's pile. The weird thing is how it got past, like how it got into our atmosphere. You want to believe like it could, like you want us to catch stuff like that, and it doesn't move very fast. It's a balloon,
Right.
So you think sometimes, like I at least thought, if a balloon can get past us, what else can get past us? Like a missile or something.
Well, it's one of those things, like, I think there was a reason why they were kind of, like, reserved to it's almost like one of those things that looks non-threatening, but
Mhm,
if you shoot it, what's inside the balloon
mhm,
might if you think about, like, okay, if you don't touch it, it's still gonna be there, it's gonna be a just annoying thing,
mhm.
and you're like, "Let's get this out of
Yeah.
here," but it's like, "Well, if we pop it, though, it's gonna be worse."
Mhm.
I never thought about it that way.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, at first when I saw it, I thought, why don't they just freaking shoot it down? You know, why don't they just shoot the fucking thing down? And then I was like, and then I thought about it, and I talked about it actually with my chiropractor, believe it or not. And he actually made me think. He made me think about it that way.
Hmm,
I was like, why don't they just fucking shoot it down? He was like, well, think about it. They don't know what's in there. You know, they can't just shoot it down. They have no idea what's in it. You know.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's a good point, actually.
So, do you think the guy that took the selfie, that shot it down, he's gonna be, like, the reason why we all die? Like, he's "This is me doing this to everybody." Just
You, you never know, man.
you never know. Well, I mean, they released the selfie so nowadays, like, everyone even, like how does he have time to, like, take out his phone and, like, get the right frame and, like you're
Mhm.
flying a fucking jet trying to shoot down a fucking balloon, and you can
Right,
take out a selfie of you doing it, like, right before you do it, like,
right. It's
bro,
like
you could have fucked up the whole mission, like,
for sure.
that just shows our culture nowadays, like, you gotta fucking
Hmm.
document yourself doing everything.
Yep, social media even has to get involved in
He
life or
wanted to
death.
get a bunch of likes, like, "I'm the one
Mhm.
that shot down the balloon," and then he gets,
Yep.
like, 1,000,000 likes, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm famous now."
Heck yeah.
It's like instant famous culture where, like, anytime, any day, if you're doing something funny, you just record it, put it
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok, and then boom, 1,000,000 likes,
Yep.
um, clout or whatever people are going after,
Heck yeah.
and, I think
Yeah.
that's, kinda maybe they should, like, design some new military helmets that have like, they're constantly recording,
Hmm.
and that all goes to, like, a maybe they could start a new branch of the military where, like, it's TikTok
Hmm.
and, like, they just edit all the videos and make them, you know, throw
Yeah.
some heavy metal behind it and make it viral.
Hmm. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry,
Well,
but yeah, it just proves how it just like it's like you said. It's like I said before. Freaking crazy what somebody will do just to get famous on popular on social media. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like a life or death situation. Like you said, 1 second or less, that could have altered the whole thing, and he still had to take the selfie. It was like, what the. It's like
Well,
crazy.
I guess at least he did it, but maybe that
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah,
maybe, like, taking the selfie gave him more confidence to do it?
that could be because he wanted to be alive to for it to be seen by the public.
I guess I get it, like,
Hmm.
I took and I'm not one to talk, I'm not flying no jets. I took a
Right,
selfie of myself eating a piece of pizza the other night at a restaurant. Like, who am I? Like, we all do it.
right.
Um,
Heck yeah.
I was at a, New York style kinda pizza place, and I was like, "Look at this slice, hashtag slice, hashtag," New York,
Hmm.
and, man, I love a good New York slice.
Oh hell yeah.
Would you take a deep dish slice over a New York slice? Like a
I can't.
Chicago?
I can't do my home away from home, so to speak, wrong. So I have to do deep dish.
So you would go Chicago versus New York, you take Chicago deep dish over New York slice?
New York, yes, because deep dish is more so what I grew up on, and that was like my favorite when I
Mhm.
was little, and that it remains as my top one. So yes, I would choose deep dish if I was given the choice. But I do love them both.
I'm team slice. I'm team, New York.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both good, but,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, for sure.
they both have
Like,
their, the
no,
good
dude,
qualities.
deep dish is not for everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a pretty big appetite.
Oh yeah, definitely. To even have like to even have 2 slices, you have to like have an insane appetite.
Yeah, it's a lot of cheese going into you.
Yeah, I mean, if you have too much of it, like I had too much cheese in Chicago once, dude. Oh my god, your guts are just plugged up for hours.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so bad for me. It was to the point where I couldn't sleep. It was like my guts were just in so much pain. Like my stomach was in so much pain. It was ridiculous.
Man, how many slices did you like eat in one night?
It wasn't deep dish, but it was like a really cheesy pizza, and it was in Chicago, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
had probably like 9, 10. It was like had like a bunch of toppings on it and stuff. I probably had like 10 slices of that, and I had some like very cheesy bread, and I was lactose intolerant when I was younger, so yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that'll do you. I mean, it's so addicting. It's so delicious.
It is because it's like you can't have just one.
I know. That's the thing about pizza. It's like, you know, you always buy like a whole pie, and then it's like, who's all gonna eat this? And then you end up eating this.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's not to take off the topic, any topic or anything like that, but that's my thing about pizza. It's like, you know, you have your favorite, you have your ones you prefer over your other ones, but pizza is still pizza. You know, I'll still eat like pizza that I don't care for as much as some other one, you know.
I mean, any Italian
no
food.
pizza is bad to me. Almost no pizza is bad to me.
Right. I mean, pizza, like, as an Italian guy, I feel like I need pizza to fuel me. Like, when I eat pizza, I feel like I'm, like, more normal.
Oh, okay,
I don't know if that's healthy, but
probably not from a weight or from a heart standpoint or something like that, from like the salt intake or whatever.
My heart doctor told me to stop eating pizza. I was like, I'm Italian. That's impossible.
Right? That's for sure, man.
I'm just kidding, but
yeah.
I don't know. When I get older, I know that's gonna happen to me probably. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's nothing like getting a good pie. You know?
For sure. I agree with that.
Especially wood-fired thin crust.
Well, if I had to choose my favorite food of all time, it would probably be good Italian food. Like I have, you know, all kinds of great foods. Like I love seafood. I love all kinds of foods. I'm like a super foodie.
Are you part Italian? Because you kind of have a little bit of the accent.
Do I really?
You got like I don't know if you know it or not, but you kind of got a little bit of the Italian vibe. I'm just sensing it.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you mean by that? Like
I don't know, like just the way you talk, like you.
Sure.
Just like
I sound Italian.
Yeah, like sure, like the just like the I don't know, like the confidence, like just like the you know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, no, I'm not. I know for sure I'm not Italian. I mean, I appreciate the compliment because I kind of like to give off that vibe. Like, I'm a confident guy.
Well, yeah, you're a funny guy. Like you're the first guy, you know, I came up to when we started shooting the shit. You know, like I love, you know, I like it when I can just go up to just go up to a guy and just like kind of just doesn't even matter if like we talk about anything meaningful, just shooting the shit. Like I love shooting the shit.
Dude, I was talking to our former supervisor, Mark, and he was just and him and I were just having a conversation. I just punched in. We all just punched in.
Yeah.
And you walk in, and then you just said, I'm Alex. I'm the new guy. And I was like, oh, it's a new guy. I'm like, I knew what it was like to be the new guy. I was the second newest guy there. So that's why, you know, I just felt the need to introduce myself right away.
Yeah.
You know, just let you know that it's just a job. Like you already knew that, but just reassure you it's just a job. You know.
Yeah,
we're all just people. We're all just doing a job.
Little things like that, you know. Little things like that, like just you know, making the new person feel like you know. Yeah, like else is you know.
Part of the company, you know.
Yeah.
He's part of the team, you know.
Right.
Part of the company, more like that's for me. Like he's part of the company. Like he doesn't feel out of place. Like he belongs here, you know. Yeah, like he can come to work not feeling uncomfortable. That's my goal usually when, you know, when somebody's new at work. Like I don't do that with everybody, but like you know, when I first saw you, I was like, oh, I bet you this guy's cool. Like right, even when you just by how you said, hey, I'm Alex. I'm the new guy. I was just like, oh, this guy's pretty. He seems like he's a cool dude, like a confident, cool dude. Like I get along with him, so you know.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about not to bring it to like a whole different thing, but like
That's cool.
The railway explosions in
Mhm.
Ohio. What do you think about that?
I don't know, man. I just like, to be honest with you, man. I don't even like. Can you inform me how the explosions really even happened? Like, I know
Well,
about it, but I didn't like look into it very,
I
very
didn't
much.
really look into because it just makes me depressed to look into the
Sure.
stuff. But
Mhm.
so basically a train derailed, and who knows what actually happened, you know? Like who knows?
Right. Right.
We can read all these articles and speculate, but like whatever they wanted to happen, they did it because like not to sound too conspiratorial,
Mhm.
but like here's the thing, it's like how does this just happen?
Mhm.
You know, there's so much technology to like keep these trains on the tracks.
Right.
And like I feel like it was almost strategic.
Mhm. Mhm. Right.
Um
And you think about
maybe
how many trains like function and move every day, and like you never hear about stuff like that happening.
there was some stuff and this is more of a comedy podcast. I'm not like
Mhm.
gonna go too deep into the rabbit
Right.
hole. If you want to get that, go to Truth Vibration Podcast. That's my other podcast. So it's more conspiracy.
Right.
But like I feel like they plan these events out and there was some stuff about how it happened after the Super Bowl. Maybe it was a ritual to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
And if you want to get really deep into the rabbit hole, go to Zachary K. Hubbard's channel. I'm not that channel. I'm more just kind of I'm trying to make lightheartedness. I know everything's fucked up, but I'm trying to, you know,
Yeah.
lighten up the mood. Like this is all fucked. Like it's so stupid. But like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
man.
you know,
Yeah, man. Speaking of which, what about that Super Bowl, man? That was fucking
oh,
crazy. That
I
ended.
mean,
That was a crazy Super Bowl. That was a good Super Bowl.
it was a good game.
Mhm.
It was a great performance by both teams.
Mhm. Sure.
Um, and who knows whether or not it's rigged, it's like still just there's something about it where it's like, you know, there's so much money involved.
Mhm.
Um, I'm just gonna go out and say it's because like I've already said this before, like
Yeah.
there's definitely some rigging going on. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know if the entire thing is like totally planned out and they
Right.
had like these all like with gematria and all this stuff, but like it's definitely rigged on some level of it when it gets that much money involved.
Oh, absolutely, man. One of
But that's kind of like entertaining it's still entertaining to watch.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. It's like the most entertaining, like one of the probably the most entertaining. It is the most entertaining game in American sports.
It's the modern day American Gladiator, basically.
For sure.
Um, and yeah, it's fucking entertaining.
Mhm.
And you know, once you start betting too, it gets,
Oh yeah.
you know, even more entertaining, but I
Yeah.
don't know if that's healthy. But
Right. Most likely
but you
not.
know, it's addicting. It's fun.
It is, yeah, for sure.
A lot of drama involved, a lot of you know,
Especially when it's like your team and you like want to
mhm.
just like I don't know.
Even just like going out with friends and just having a
For sure.
reason to go out and just watch, you know,
But
it
yeah, dude, I definitely agree that that there are rigged Super Bowls. Like one of the
mhm.
most Super Bowls in history was the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl in like what, I don't know, it was like 2012 or something like that. Oh, it was 2013.
The one that made me realize that this is all rigged was the Denver Broncos versus the Carolina Panthers one.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that was just Cam Newton dropped the ball, he like fumbled it, and then it was right in front of him. He could have jumped on it and he like stepped back and then the other guy got it. It was like,
Yeah.
dude, you could have jumped on that ball.
Right,
I was just like,
right.
are you kidding? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like you fumble the ball. It looked like he dropped it on purpose.
Mhm.
And then, you know, you could have just fallen on it, like, no one else knew you were gonna
Right.
do that, but then, like, he took a step back, and I was like,
Hell
"What?"
yeah.
That's, like, the last thing you wanna do when you fumble the ball is take a step back.
Hell yeah.
Like,
I'll
what the
admit
fuck?
Hell yeah, I'll admit it. I remember watching that game, and I wanted the Broncos to win, but I was expecting the Panthers to win because they just seemed like they were unstoppable that season.
You know, there's so many narratives they can do where it looks like one team's gonna win it all, and then everyone
Right.
bets their money on them, and then it's like, "Psych." We got it's just this other team comes out of nowhere or like makes an upset, and it's like, it's just like Vegas when you're playing the slots. It's like, unless you know, like, even in the gematria community where they're kind of like decoding the rigged NFL games, there's still a chance that they're not right. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like I feel like there's a reason why they got so many dudes in the fucking booths with the headsets on that they barely show.
For sure.
And I bet you there's so much behind the scenes where they're like, we got to do this. And then it's like, they're getting live, like, betting information, like, live to them. And they're like, okay, everyone's betting on, we're going to make this. Should we do it? And then they're like, no, we'll do this. And then sometimes they got to call a timeout and go to a commercial because they're like, all right, we got to figure out what we're doing.
Right. Hell yeah.
So, they make it look real. That's what's entertaining about it. Like, it's just like WWE.
Right. It's fake, but it's still entertaining.
The way they do it, though, they're good actors and they're good athletes. Right. So it's like, it's still entertaining to watch. And then it's like, oh, shit. And then, like, you can, like, it's still fun, like, when you got money on the game because you're like, you can, especially if you're with buddies at the bar or whatever.
For sure.
And you'd be like, oh, you just lost $30.
Yeah.
Give me that $30, So.
Yeah. Sure.
But anyways, dude, I don't know. I mean, we can go on all day about the NFL.
Right? Yeah, we really could. But
I don't want to make this like a sports.
How many episodes about that? Honestly.
I mean, I'm very interested in it, but I'm not like a sports guy. Like I'm not.
Right.
But like I just see.
Sports aren't like my top priority. The only sports team I'm like that about that is the Cubs. Honestly, because I'm a baseball guy. But yeah.
Honestly, let me just say this in a nutshell. Closing statements. When it comes to the NFL, it doesn't matter about authenticity. It just matters about about entertainment and fascination.
Yeah, for sure. It does. It really does. That's all it does, man. That's all it is.
And they got cool merch. Like you can wear like a Ravens beanie. And, I like the logo. I like the Ravens logo. I think probably the coolest logo. What's your favorite logo of the NFL?
My favorite logo in the NFL right now? Probably, I honestly like the Raiders logo, but I just like.
Oh yeah. That was my favorite until the Ravens changed theirs because it used to be really shitty. Yeah, and then now they got like this badass looking bird thing, and it's like they wear all black. I mean, oh man, it's just I like that, just all black. That's why I like the Raiders, like all black and just silver.
Yeah, they're almost like a supervillain Raven, black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like Raven is like I said, like a badass
supervillain. And they named it after Edgar Allan Poe, and that just makes it even more badass.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
He lived in Baltimore, so yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, Baltimore is a scary city. Like I wouldn't want to live there.
No.
I mean,
I want to go there for some crab cakes, though. Believe me. But
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Get a big seafood guy. That's just me.
Get a lobster roll in Boston.
Yeah, aren't you a big seafood guy?
I love seafood.
Me too.
That's my dream is to that's my next vacation. I'm gonna go out to Boston and get a Sam Adams and a fucking lobster roll.
Oh, dude, lobster is my favorite seafood.
And then I'm gonna have too many Sam Adams and lose my khakis.
Sam, for me, it's all about lobster. I mean, like, I love all seafood pretty much, but I love lobster and crab legs.
Maybe I'll meet Mark Wahlberg out there, and you never know.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, we can do. Maybe he'll have me in his next movie in a small part.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
What would be your next vacation if you had to pick?
Ooh, probably. Oh, my next vacation. My next vacation, probably the vacation I'm going on in December, honestly.
Oh, nice.
Which is in
Hawaii. Hawaii.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Maui? Aloha.
You're gonna get laid in Hawaii?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are you gonna eat some pork roast? What is that? What do they cook the whole pig?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Underground.
I'm gonna go to some sick ass feast. You know what I'm gonna do, dude? I'm gonna buy some nice weed because by then it's probably gonna be legal. It's probably gonna be recreationally legal.
I think it is recreational, and isn't it recreational?
Yeah, actually, it is. It's recreational in Hawaii. I
Oh,
believe.
they love smoking weed there.
Yeah, dude. Like when I was in Kauai, when I first turned 21, I'm 24 now. When I turned 21, I was in Kauai, which was the first island. And somebody said, "Which island are you staying on?" I'm like, "This one, Kauai." And they're like, "Just next time we go to Maui, all we do is smoke weed all day and chill."
You get that Maui Wowie.
Yeah, dude. I've never smoked that before, but I wonder how good it was. Really, it was
I think I have smoked it before. It was really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Back when I lived in LA, when I could actually get good weed. But
yeah, dude, that's what I plan on doing. Is getting some good ass bud out there, having a good time. You know, creating some memories, swimming with some dolphins, getting laid, probably.
Do some limbo with some coconut bra.
Oh yeah, dude, go to a luau or two.
Yeah, have a pina colada.
Oh fuck
on
yeah,
the
dude.
beach.
Or 10. No, I'm just kidding. They're very high in sugar. That's the only downfall of them.
I mean, rum is I don't drink rum anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I know
like
they love.
I enjoy that has rum in it, honestly, and even pina coladas don't even have to be like spiked for me, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, they still taste, you know, that pineapple and the coconut together.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I like a little bit of that punch with the rum in there.
Sure,
but
so you like it to a point, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the best blended drinks.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I also want to go on a cruise someday, dude. I want to go on like an Alaskan cruise. I think that'd be so fun.
Man, I'm terrified of cruises, man. Like,
are you because of the ships or something?
Because like you're just out there in the middle of the ocean and like.
Right.
You're just. I mean, now
you are pretty vulnerable when you think about it.
And there's a lot of like, and not to sound like judgmental, but like a lot of these cruises, it's like families that are there, and like all their kids are running around all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like if it was like a all adult cruise where we could stay kind of close to the coast, I'd be like, all right, sounds lit.
Right.
But like we're out in the middle of the Pacific, and
if we could somehow just keep seeing shore as we drives, then I'd be fine with it.
If I could swim to shore, I'd be like, all right, no big deal.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're out there and there are big ass waves and you're in a big ass ship and you see nothing but ocean all around you, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, like if this shit went down right now. Oh man,
we're literally sitting ducks here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they would send helicopters and they got lifeboats.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, the thing is now, if that happened now, like how Titanic sank, if that happened now, they'd be able to save probably just about everybody.
Yeah, like there would never be another Titanic.
Right.
Unless like they just chose not to save. Like the Navy's probably out there, they got boats and stuff like.
Exactly.
And I'm sure they're like they know where every cruise is going. Like they probably track it and like.
Exactly. They can track it just like an air traffic controller can track airplanes.
Yeah. Like they know where every big cruise ship is at all times.
For sure.
Like you're not going to miss that.
Mm-hmm. Nowadays it would be a lot. It would be
And how much money people are paying for these. Like there's a reason why they have a whole water park on the fucking ship. Like, you know.
Exactly.
That would be fun to like sit in a hot tub while you're on a cruise. Like you're sitting in water while you're floating in water.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like basically like double floating.
Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, exactly. The only thing I would find that would be kind of iffy would be like if say you're going through some very rough waters and you're like out of bed and stuff, you know, you're trying to sleep or something.
Yeah, like you're about to get it in with your wife and like
exactly.
Right when the dick is about to go in, it's like you hit some rough waters and it's like, whoa. And then you like break your dick, like it hits the bone and you're like, oh, like she's like riding you and then like all of a sudden like there's like turbulence and your dick slips out for 1 second and then it just breaks in half. Like I said, it comes down on the tailbone.
That would be the absolute worst.
That would be the worst.
Yeah. Can you imagine the pain of that?
Talk about a boner killer.
Literally.
Literally. Like just imagine your dick getting broken in half. I mean, that would suck.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I think we're at like a half hour now. Is there anything else you wanted to like bring up, or like any topics you're you're just dying to rant about?
Honestly, dude, I'm just dying to rant about them legalizing like weed in Wisconsin, dude.
Oh, I can't believe it hasn't happened already.
I know, dude. I can't believe that there are areas of Texas that have done it, and we still haven't. That have like not like recreationally, but
Well,
at least
I can tell you why. The Tavern League.
Yeah.
They make so much money off people going out to the bar, getting pulled over for DUIs.
For sure.
They're like, well, if weed became legal, people wouldn't go out as much. It's like,
right.
Okay, so you want to like promote, toxicity?
Crashing, going out, and like making stupid decisions and stuff.
They're like, we would rather have people driving around drunk and spending too much money at the bar and acting a fool than smoking a spliff at home and relaxing.
Well, you're a fucking idiot then.
You want to take an edge off? Go to the bar and get a beer. No weed. It's just so stupid now that you think about it. Like, I mean, if you smoke weed, you're not gonna like get blackout and like do stupid shit and like harms your body and like get.
If anything, you're just like, or like you think about it, you're just like, I think I'm just gonna stay here, dude.
Yeah.
Like you want to move.
I'm gonna listen to this album and
yeah,
look at the ceiling.
Listen to some music, watch a little TV.
Just chill out, yeah. Because like going out nowadays, it's especially in America, it's like it's kind of a roll of the dice.
Honestly, dude, so many people say that you spend way less on alcohol than you would marijuana. I honestly think it's not true.
No way.
You smoke a lot of marijuana, you're not wasting gas driving to go get it, or go get drinks at a bar.
Yeah, and then buying shots for other people.
Yeah, because let's face it, if you're like me, when you get drunk, you are like
you become very generous.
You do, like, well, come on, do another one with me.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go out to eat after. Let's go.
All right, let's go to Blackstone after.
And then you end up like hooking up. You end up hooking up with some chick that you're like. It's nice to go to sleep next to a moist hole when you're drunk, but when you wake up in the morning and you wish you weren't there. Like, I should have just rubbed one out and smoked a spliff.
Right.
On that note, I think we're gonna end it. Everybody, this is A-ARON.
Man. It was a pleasure being on. It was a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been. I think this one's gonna be, and we'll do this more often because I feel like we only scraped the surface. Consider this the pilot episode of Novelty and A-ARON. We got a lot of things to talk about. I mean, it's endless.
For sure. Yeah, we could sit here for days if we really wanted to.
I mean, it's 2023. There's just endless topics to talk about.
Oh, absolutely.
Best time for podcasting. This is the podcast boom.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, bro. It was a pleasure. It was fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. That's A-ARON. We'll have future conversations, episodes.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned, everybody. It's Novelty. Peace and love. Thank you for listening.
Peace.
To the Saucecast with Novelty and A-ARON. You're just used to getting.
I have a big dick, okay? today at the YMCA. So
I feel that anytime I'm gonna stay at the gym a little longer, I take a little bit of edibles, or I smoke a little extra.
Are you still doing that Taekwondo?
I am, but I haven't attended a class in a while. But I still am doing it. I'm still planning on sticking with it for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. It's a free. I mean, it's a.
I want to get into that now that I got.
It's a free work. I mean, it's not free because you have to pay for it, but it's a free workout because it comes with it.
It's not too expensive.
No, dude. Dirt cheap for what you get out of it.
Hell yeah.
You gotta buy all your gear and all that, of course. But I mean, they give you a shirt, but you gotta like buy you gotta like buy a helmet and all that. I think.
A helmet?
Well, like in case you ever like practice on kicks to the head and stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you break boards and stuff. You do all kinds of stuff like that.
If you kick someone in the temple, you'll knock them out.
Yeah.
It's starting.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's what do you mean it's Swiss?
I want to get to the point where when I'm in a fight and somebody goes and grabs for a weapon, I can just kick the weapon out of their hand. Like, hey, you dirty fighter.
The sugar cubes make
Well, it's actually most people that pull a weapon on you, they're not going to use it right away. So there's a moment of time where you can call their bluff and then just knock it the fuck out of their hands. It's not that hard. Like, if more people knew this information, there'd be less people, getting mugged and
absolutely. For sure, man. That's why. I mean, hell, that's why I'm taking these Taekwondo classes because everybody in the world's just so unpredictable these days.
Yeah,
I just feel like everybody should know how to protect themselves.
Yeah, you're playing games.
Especially me. I walk home a lot from bars in the summertime. I walk home from my primary bar a lot in the summer, and I go down a few shady streets. So
yeah,
I mean, when I go down and I'm all drunk and I got that liquid courage and I think I can fight 10 guys at once, but
well, that's the thing about a lot of guys that go out like a Saturday night where it's like a crazy night, popular, busy night. They're either gonna want to get laid or get into a fight. I feel like most of the time, or get a DUI.
Exactly. For sure.
That's why you need to use Uber code AARON420. Just kidding.
You okay?
Dude,
but yeah, Uber really can save your life.
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
Getting a
Uber
ride
has saved my life before.
Just it's not worth fucking risking it.
No, and believe me, alcohol will make you think you can do it, or it'll convince you can.
Or you might think it's not worth the money, but really it actually because
here's the thing about alcohol: it won't make you think you can do it, but it will make you not give a fuck that you can't. You know what I mean? Like it'll be like, oh, if I get stopped, I get stopped. Fuck you. I mean, I'm talking about extreme cases. But I'm talking about when you've been drinking all day and you've already had a pissed off mindset to begin with.
Right.
But I just feel that's why I'm glad that's why I'm trying just more and more to stick with weed because it's honestly just pulled me away from alcohol so much. And I like to mix the two, and I like to just casually sip beers and take some rips of weed. I'm not a huge stoner. I'm not a huge alcoholic. I like mixing those to stay productive in a creative mind state. Sure.
And I don't take prescription medications. I don't do none of that.
Sure.
I eat healthy.
Yeah, you don't do narcotics or anything like that.
I fucking make I make gourmet meals for myself.
I saw that pizza.
When you know how to cook, it's actually cheaper than ordering takeout or Uber Eats. These people are getting ripped off.
Dude, it's crazy how much money you can save when you grocery shop opposed to ordering something. Dude.
Yeah.
You can fill up your cart for the same price that you can literally get 2 meals at a restaurant.
Right. And when you order takeout, there's the delivery charge.
Yeah, there's a delivery charge, and you gotta tip the driver.
I told you I can't speak.
And it's once you learn how to cook, is that Richard Simmons?
Yeah.
They had him on the pocket. Oh man!
As always, Lee looks like he's messed up as always.
Have you been doing the Richard Simmons workouts lately?
Me, no, I haven't.
You got to keep up on the daily. You got to keep up on the daily Richard Simmons workouts, man.
No, one thing I do every morning now is I stretch every morning because I want to risk. I don't
Did he
want to
get
risk.
him high?
Yeah, dude, he did.
Oh,
he gave him those stars, I think.
You can tell Richard Simmons is one of the OG stoners.
Yeah,
like you can't deny, like he could not, you know.
Down anywhere.
He just seems like.
So, do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite stoner celebrity?
You know what I mean? Like,
You know, if I could smoke a joint with anybody, I would say
I can't fucking focus.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
Dude, that he'd be so fun to smoke a joint with.
Man, he's got
3 or 4.
He's got his own. He's got another business now where he's making like stoner accessories, and like, you know.
I see him on Instagram all the time teaching on how to roll joints properly.
Yeah.
All that.
Wait till.
Yeah, dude,
I think he's probably.
Okay.
Maybe him and then like Tommy Chong.
That's fair. Yeah. That's a classic. Oh, dude, Tommy Chong is the one. He's the one who, if we had a Mount Rushmore of weed smokers, Tommy Chong would have showed us where the mountain was. He was like the first face on there.
Tommy Chong would be number one.
Yeah, him and like Bob Marley were like stoners before being a stoner.
Oh yeah,
was
Bob
even cool.
Marley. Yeah,
dude.
I think Bob Marley would be like actually
he'd be in my top 3 for celebrities I'd like to smoke a joint with.
Ooh, now that you threw that in there, that Bob Marley, I don't know. I feel like he might be number one.
Yeah, over Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's over Tommy Chong even.
See, I feel like Seth Rogen would be on the Mount Rushmore if it wasn't for Bob